Yeah, I got fired. Somebody posted where I work in the comments of the video. I'm pretty sure I know who it was. You and your baby daddy.
Burn on your stitches and duets if you're going to stand 10 tones down on your actions. As someone who worked in a vet clinic and had to participate in euthanasias, I cried for every single one and do know that I put people's pets in the freezer feeling horrible about it. I'm not sure in what world that's a joke, and the fact that you've done zero reflection on.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to cut straight to the heart of how a careless joke ignites real-world consequences. This opening segment grabs you with a raw admission. Yeah, I got fired, and the soundtrack pulls you in. Notice the immediate moral contrast. Flippant jokes about pets collide with viewers' real grief. The speaker's defensiveness and the commenter's pain set the emotional stakes. This is the pivot where online flippancy becomes headline-worthy. Listen for the rhythm. Shock, accusation, moral judgment. The clip proves context and empathy matter more than clicks. It's short, sharp, and demands accountability. You can't look away. This is the hook that sells the story.
Have been fired after posting a video online mocking their patients. In a now deleted video, numerous employees at the Pesticides Urgent Care in Santa Barbara were seen posing next to what looked like bodily fluid stains on the exam room table. The video featured captions including, "Are patients allowed to leave you guys gifts?" and "Guess the substance." Since the video was first posted, the account has been locked and replaced with a new username with all videos deleted. Sutter Health released a statement confirming the termination of the employees involved for the insensitive photo shoot, saying the unacceptable behavior is an outright violation of our policies, shows a lack of respect of our patients, and will not be tolerated. Within 24 hours of becoming aware of the post, we placed the employees on administrative leave. Within another 24 hours, we terminated those involved as part of this ongoing.
Buckle up, guys. We're stepping into the aftermath where shock meets workplace theater and social media backlash. This middle segment shows the narrator replaying events, searching videos, wondering what crossed the line. There's a mix of denial, self-analysis, and casual workplace banter that undercuts the seriousness. Notice the poolside laptop moment. It's a visual cue for entitlement and tone-deaf behavior. These contrasts make the firing feel both inevitable and jarring. Editors, watch for moments to cut between joke and consequence. This clip is about image, accountability, and how trivial posts cost reputations. It forces viewers to ask who is responsible for online culture.
Not fine. Read between the lines.
You mean be a mind reader?
Yeah, exactly.
So men are expected to be mind readers.
Exactly.
How did I forget the number one rule? These people at your job is not your friend.
If you haven't already watched that video, go watch it. But my job just fired me because they seen that video. So I want to let y'all know, and I
got fired from my job yesterday. They found out I had a TikTok, but they didn't say that was the reason. I just found out afterwards that that was the reason. So now I'm curious as to what it is that I say on my TikTok that got me fired. So I started watching my videos, and I'm an extreme leftist, and I worked for conservatives, so whoops.
All of these women have been fired. Everybody in the tech industry who's been making these day in the life of tech videos, notice you haven't seen any of those in a few years? Yeah, they all got fired.
My coworkers keep saying I need to make like a tech TikTok, because if you look at my TikTok, you'd never guess I have a job. Anyways, this is our current workstation. Callie and I are what you call product managers. Callie, what is your team over?
My team is over reporting and internal tools.
And I am over what we call card experience. So we work on like anything from activating your credit card to freezing, reissue, shipping, all the good stuff. What's a PM?
Buckle up. Guys, this is the confrontation. HR's voice, the official language, and the human reaction all collide. The termination call reads like a script. Elimination of your role, making today your last day. What matters here is tone, corporate calm versus personal shock, and the slow realization on camera. The clip lets you feel the power imbalance and the blunt finality of institutional decisions. Use this to emphasize consequence, not gossip. Timing is critical. Hold the reaction for a beat to let the weight land. This scene is proof that offhand content has real employment consequences. It's bleak, clean, and uncomfortably honest.
Okay. Would you rather have $500,000 or 700,000?
Well, I obviously would have $500,000.
$500,000?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's a lot of money. It's more than $700,000.
No, it's not.
What do you mean, no, it's not? $500,000? $700,000 is not $1 million?
Neither is $500,000.
Yeah, but it's $500,000.
In the meeting on my calendar. I hope I'm not getting fired. I will die. Someone else is in there. I'm getting fired. Oh my god, I'm getting fired. Hello.
Good morning, Pepper.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I asked who I think you know to join us for this call. She is our HR representative. We've got some updates we'd like to share with you this morning.
Okay.
While we originally believed that we would be integrating, we've instead determined that it was best for us to refocus the agency. Unfortunately, as you may know, the lack of growth and the decline in our client revenue has negatively impacted our business beyond what we can sustain. And it's forced us to make what are very difficult decisions to eliminate roles within the agency. And this includes the elimination of your role, making today the last day. Please know that it was a very difficult decision.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. I wish you the best.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Teacher got fired, finally. So he says he got fired because he's queer. What he really got fired for was having thirst traps as a teacher, posting thirst traps.
I was recently hate crimed for being queer. And as a result of me being hate crimed for being queer, it ultimately led to me being fired from my job.
He was hate crimed. So you're Matthew Shepard now?
They then pulled out a yellow folder and slid 2 screenshots of 2 thirst traps across the table to me. And I was just like, oh my god.
And you think that that's okay? Who exactly are you trapping? Who exactly is feeling thirsty by anything you post? That's your biggest L right there. You think getting hate crimed is your L. You think getting fired is your L. No, posting those damn thirst traps. Whoever saw those got hate crimed, baby.
Recently made a video about this chick who started screaming and breaking out in hives because a man looked at her.
Don't look at me!
She saw the video, she didn't like it.
One of my videos is going viral, very obviously a joke. Like any normal person will watch that video and be like, oh, this is a joke. That's not normal for me to have sent him so many messages talking about like, people are trying to reach me at my job. I think it's just so crazy. The fact that I am making a joke about not wanting male attention. Like, incel final boss is directing all his hate at me, from men specifically. Leave it alone.
Instead of messaging me and saying, I'm sorry, can you just take down the video? She proceeds to make another meltdown video talking about the violent thoughts in her head and how she's gonna send people to heaven.
I don't need anyone. Lessons. The next lesson, I'm gonna send them straight to heaven. I'm not even gonna say the most violent thought in my head.
Then she went ahead and messaged my girlfriend on Instagram asking to take down the video, because I guess that's how mature adults resolve things now. She finally messaged me saying she's getting hate, death threats, and I should leave her alone. And the classic line, I was joking. Of course you were. It's always a joke after the meltdown goes public. This wasn't that deep. I reacted to something you posted online. That's how the internet works. But instead of owning it, you spiral, you threaten, you delete, you play victim, you blame me. And then you message my girlfriend trying to guilt trip her saying you're getting death threats. This is exactly what happens when emotional instability gets an iPhone. It's not that men are dangerous, it's that sanity is rare. And women like this are proving it every single day. Listen, all I'm gonna say is if eye contact with a man sends you into a full-on breakdown with hives and screaming, dating is probably not gonna be your next step. Therapy is.
There has to be a scientific study done on how much of an ungrateful scumbag adjacent beluga body you have to be to get on TikTok and cry to people that don't give a about you, ain't gonna pay none of your bills like your husband is, and complain to them people about your husband, saying he's listen to this, the ain't did nothing wrong. You complaining about the being too perfect and it's still not being enough. We talk about how corny it is for to humble women. We never talk about how corny these that need to be humbled is. You think the world got something out here to offer that your husband can't offer. You gonna wait till are ignoring you until you invisible to finally be humble enough to understand that life is about family, love, and lineage. That's it. Lineage and legacy. All that you talking about, going and experiences, traveling, getting on boats, all of that is physical that you feel like is important. That don't mean that ain't based on survival. You sitting up here saying your husband, disrespecting the covenant that y'all made, all because you feel like you deserve more. Then you ask this bowling ball head, What is the more that you feel like she deserves? You deserve. Not only does she not know, she lists things and then in the next sentence says that he provides all of it. She's saying she's desperate to have and feel like she deserves. So your inner chaos is your inner chaos is so chaotic that you allowing it to destroy another person and children. That's why, listen, why do you think women didn't have rights up to 50, 60 years ago? Because of decisions and stupid like this. And then guess what? It's a somewhere that feels like she had got a point. And you can't argue to them.
Buckle up. Guys, now we enter the extended rant where culture war energy takes the stage. The speaker deploys sweeping judgments about women, relationships, and responsibility. Listen to the biting cadence, mockery wrapped in certainty, and how it seeks to shame. This segment is a masterclass in provocation. It's designed to trigger strong reactions. Editors can slice it into punchy, rebuttal-ready sound bites. Use alternation, cut between rant and counterpoint, to expose flaws. The clip shows how moral outrage becomes a content strategy. It's polarizing, performative, and potent.
The dishwasher broke today.
Looks good to me.
I hate.
To all the girls who say they don't need men, I agree. Why would you need a man to ruin your life when you're already doing a better job yourself? But unfortunately, your mother did need a man, and one misdeed led to the unfortunate birth of you. Imagine if your mother had said she didn't need a man. The world would have been a better place. Sadly, no one can change the past, but you can change the future. So please don't repeat the same mistake your mother did. Stay true to your words and make sure no man ever suffers needing you.
You had a son with this man, the guy that you're dating. If you had a son with him and he turned out just like him, would you be proud?
Yep. We're going to reverse that. Now, question for all the ladies. Would you let your son date you?
If there was one thing you wish men understood better about women, what would it be?
Like when something is fine, it's not fine. Like read between the lines.
You mean be a mind reader?
Yeah, exactly.
So men are expected to be mind readers.
Exactly.
Why do women often expect men to do things that they're not physically capable of?
I don't know. I haven't I don't do that. Like I don't expect men to do things they're incapable of.
Isn't that what you just said though? Gotcha, bitch!
Being a mind reader?
Well,
Yeah.
you want us to read between the lines, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who's better at communication, men or women?
Women.
So if men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language?
I think men are better communicators logically. Women are better with communicating emotionally.
Okay, can you think of any situation where logic wouldn't outweigh emotions?
I think logic should always outweigh emotion.
Yeah. You can't make this up, people.
If he doesn't like kids.
Love kids?
I love kids. If they don't like kids, something's wrong with him. He doesn't respect me.
When do you plan to have kids?
After college, not now. I'm actually pregnant.
You're pregnant?
I found out yesterday, so it was kind of like a crazy thing.
What?
Bless you, yeah.
How old are you?
I am 19 years old, so wish me luck.
Was this planned or?
Unplanned pregnancy, so.
So what's the plan here?
The plan is, I don't have a plan. Plan is plan B. Plan is, I'm gonna abort.
So are you pro-life or pro-choice?
I am pro-choice.
Okay, so I'm not trying to make this a bad thing, but are you keeping the baby or?
I will be aborting the child.
Okay.
We've actually created a name for it, Excel.
Excel?
Yeah, we figured if we gave it a really fugly name, then it would make the process easier.
So if a guy doesn't like kids, it's a huge red flag, would never go out with him. But if your bestie wants to kill her own kid that she outright says is a child, you stand with her? People that love you tell you the truth, even when the truth is extremely uncomfortable for them to say. Friends that don't encourage you to be better, friends that don't tell you the truth, are not friends, because they're more worried about keeping themselves comfortable rather than having you live your life in alignment with goodness and with truth. And that's a bad friend. If this pregnant mom wanted to abort, I know it would be extremely uncomfortable if you were to stand up to her and say, hey, you should not do this. You and your child deserve better than abortion. That might end your friendship, but I hope that you would love this girl.
All right, guys, now we're stepping into the most personal territory, the pregnancy confession and moral fallout. This segment mixes vulnerability with defensiveness, revealing a raw tension between regret and blame. The speaker's tone shifts from confession to justification, creating uneasy empathy. There's emotional whiplash here. 1 second guilt, the next deflection. Watch how the narrative twists moral accountability into a debate. This is where the story gets human again. Less viral, more vulnerable. It's a window into consequence beyond the headlines. You sense that every word is a defense against shame.
Spread your legs with guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let any...
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over.
Dear, don't tell me you have to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, let me, can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? The guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't beat me until
you're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Oh, my God.
You are still stupid. You expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible.
I cannot even believe
You're insane.
It is unbelievable.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right, and I'm on the radio because I've got millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you've just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic. I really don't give a rat's ass. I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me.
Buckle up, guys, for the closing act, an emotional collision between reason and rage on live radio. The caller's frustration, the host's interruption, and the raw argument over abuse and support hit hard. This is where the story widens from personal fallout to social commentary. Each interruption feels like a verdict, every pause like an accusation. The clip captures chaos, morality, ego, and emotion fighting for dominance. As it winds down, fatigue replaces fury, a quiet end after a loud storm. This finale drives home one truth. Once you go public, there's no undoing the echo. It leaves viewers questioning who really won this confrontation.